Next lesson is going to be on photometric lights. Pretty simple to get started with, but all sorts of fine tuning that you can do as you go. So I just have a very simple scene again. I've got a flat plane and a sphere, just so you can kind of see how the light looks on it. If we go to the Arnold tab, we've got our kind of standard Arnold lights here, area light, mesh light, and the third one in is the create photometric light. So I'm going to go ahead and raise this up above. They do have a directional quality to them. They've got that arrow going down. Now the whole point of photometric lights is that you can load in all sorts of different files. So there's these IES files that you can bring into a photometric light. And if you want to learn more about it, the Arnold website has a great, the Arnold Renderer website has a great article on IES lighting. It even has a great tutorial that'll walk you through kind of a setup of IES lighting. But basically, different lighting companies create these IES files which have different color temperatures and color profiles and fall-offs and shapes to them. And you can create all these great lights, and then you can adjust their tones and, direct or indirect, or how they're diffused, put them inside of different objects like a light housing, and you can create really hyper realistic, photorealistic lights from the real world, right? And they're pretty easy to get going. You can just Google or search for IES profiles, light profiles, and you'll find them all over the place. All the major light companies have them to download. I've downloaded a few to my desktop, and we're going to just see how easy it is to load these in. All right, so right off the bat, I'll bring up my Arnold render. There's really not much to see here. Ooh, you know what? I might actually have, let me get rid of something that I had before. Delete that, there we go. So I don't have anything loaded right now, so obviously I have a completely dark scene because of that. So I'm going to head and stop, and I'm going to get my photometric light, and you'll see the first line of the photometric light and the attributes is where is your photometry file. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the folder, and I'm going to go to my desktop. I have a couple of different ones, these .ies's that I downloaded from some lighting companies. I'll go ahead and load it, and now if I render that, there we go. You can start to see some light coming through. I'm going to increase the intensity of these lights. So let's bring it up. This one has a particularly nice fall off kind of shape to it, lighting up that sphere very nicely. Let's load in, I could play around with these quite a bit. I could play around with the radiuses of the lights. I could play around with the number of samples on them. All the other controls that you have, but they do come in with a certain number of presets that just really give you a certain quality of light from the real world. I'm going to load this at, or in some sort of, theoretical light that someone's designing. I'm going to load in my second one. Now this has a very different shape to it, especially in the fall off. You can see how it has this sort of like, little pinch to the left and right of it, different feel to the light altogether, right? So it's pretty fun. It's a whole other world of design lights that are out there. I'll grab one more, a third one that I downloaded out there. Yeah, I actually downloaded that IES tutorial that they had, and this one was in there. Soft light, but you can definitely bring up the exposure on it. And this one was meant to have like a whole bunch of little accent lights going down a hallway. But I love the like soft fall off on this particular light. It has a particular quality to it. So the photometric lights can be really powerful, really nice little corona of shadow coming off of it there, and really easy to work with. You can just do a little bit of research and find which IES light profile you want for the particular light you're trying to recreate. Bring it in and then kind of tweak it from there. Very simple to get started with, but obviously a lot more controls you can do down the road and a lot of ways to manipulate it. But that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in. Have fun playing around with some of your photometric lights in Maya.